On to Burkina Faso now. There's an interesting story of success from the auto sector there, specifically the release of a new electric vehicle produced by a local manufacturer.
The ban by the Burkinabe government covers crops like maize, sorghum, millet, and cow, which are key features in many Ghanaian.
Burkina Faso just made headlines, and not for the usual reasons. For the first time ever, the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, and the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, teamed up to launch their groundbreaking Atoms for Food mission in the heart of West Africa. What does that mean? We're talking nuclear science meets agriculture, helping farmers tackle hunger, drought, and food insecurity using cutting-edge atomic tech. This isn't science fiction. It's real change happening right now.
We are in the midst of a global food crisis, and it's getting worse. The number of people facing high levels of food insecurity has more than doubled since 2020. Millions of people are going to bed hungry. Increasing climate extremes will cause more crops to fail as global food demand rises. We need to use every tool we have to grow more food. Nuclear science offers incredible, innovative tools to grow stronger, healthier, safer crops and to protect the food we need to live. This week, we are announcing a brand new IAEA FAO initiative, Atoms for Food. The tools provided by nuclear science help farmers to use their scarce water resources more effectively, and scientists to create more climate-resilient and nutritious crops. They allow us to track seafood contamination and accurately monitor malnutrition, among many, many other things. The IAEA works in close cooperation with the Food and Agriculture Organization through our unique joint center. Atoms for Food brings together knowledge gathered during our decades of experience, helping countries get the best out of their soils, their crops, their coastlines, and to feed their growing populations.
In this video, we'll explore how Burkina Faso became the launchpad for this revolutionary initiative, what's at stake, and why this mission could shape the future of food systems across the continent. Trust us, you'll want to see how atoms are feeding Africa, agricultural challenges, and the need for innovation. Burkina Faso's agricultural sector has faced persistent challenges from erratic rainfall patterns to poor soil fertility and outdated farming practices. These obstacles have weighed heavily on food security and farmers' livelihoods, leaving many communities vulnerable to hunger and malnutrition. In this context, the Atoms for Food Assessment mission by IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, and FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, represents a pivotal moment than declaration.
Le ministère avait déjà engagé un processus de labour gratuit de 64 000 hectares dans toutes les régions. En plus de ça, donc, nous avons décidé d'acquérir environ un demi-millier de tracteurs. Et ces tracteurs sont là pour labourer gratuitement. L'accompagnement donc par les semences améliorées et l'engrais qui est aussi disponible, qui sera subventionné.
Moi, je suis en 2006. Quand le gouvernement dit que nous sommes quoi, on ne pas me pas ma machine d'amba, pas ma pondo. Bon, mais quand on a un pas me tout on t'a dit libre et pas son killing or. On sait mon pour dire le tout ma femme comme ça. Quel col le dit on. Petit bien mandar ma samsa. Samsa ma samsa, ligre ma ligre.
Ah, c'est ça. The mission aims to introduce advanced nuclear-derived techniques like isotope tracing and radiation-induced mutation breeding to tackle long-standing issues. These methods help identify nutrient pathways, optimize fertilizer usage, and develop drought-tolerant crop varieties. Following Traore's rise to power, the country is making significant progress. His administration has prioritized agricultural modernization, setting the stage for sustainable food systems. With a strong emphasis on science-driven solutions, Traore's government has facilitated partnerships that attract international expertise. The mission's findings will provide critical data to inform tailored strategies, ensuring that every intervention aligns with local conditions. Farmers in rural areas are already reporting marginal gains from pilot trials, showcasing improved water usage efficiency and higher crop resilience. As Burkina Faso builds momentum, it becomes clear that tackling food insecurity isn't just about short-term fixes. It's about creating a foundation for long-lasting growth. The Adams 4 Food Mission sets a precedent, combining policy support, international collaboration, and cutting-edge science under Traore's forward-thinking approach. This synthesis empowers communities, boosts yields, and restores hope for a more secure, prosperous future across the nation. Key nuclear techniques: isotope tracing and mutation breeding. Isotope tracing and mutation breeding might sound like science fiction, but they're transforming agriculture in Burkina Faso. Isotope tracing involves tracking the movement of nutrients, such as nitrogen and phosphorus, through plant soil systems using harmless radioactive markers. This allows farmers and scientists to understand how much fertilizer is actually absorbed by crops versus lost to runoff. It's a game changer in an environment where inputs are costly and water resources are limited. Under Ibrahim Traore's leadership, the government has actively supported trials of these techniques across several agroecological zones. Early findings show up to a 20% increase in nutrient use efficiency, meaning farmers need less fertilizer to achieve the same yields, cutting costs and environmental impact. Mutation breeding is the other powerful tool in Adams 4 Food's arsenal. By exposing seeds to radiation, scientists can induce beneficial genetic variations, such as drought tolerance or pest resistance, without genetic engineering. Experts from IAEA and FAO have assisted the National Agricultural Research Center in developing new millet and sorghum varieties that are better suited to Burkina's climate extremes. These varieties are already undergoing field tests, with farmers reporting stronger early growth and improved survival rates during dry spells through trial-raised administration. Access to these innovations is being expanded via extension services. Government outreach efforts help disseminate best practices and foster farmer adoption. As Burkina Faso moves forward with data-informed decision-making grounded in science, these nuclear drive techniques stand at the core of a revolution, one that's sustainable, efficient, and rooted in local empowerment. Empowering smallholder farmers through data-driven decisions. Empowering smallholder farmers lies at the heart of Burkina Faso's agricultural transformation. The Adams 4 Food Mission emphasizes localized data-driven interventions that equip farmers with actionable insights, namely nutrient uptake patterns, ideal fertilizer timing, and seed variety recommendations. Ibrahim Traore's administration has championed this bottom-up approach, ensuring the benefits of nuclear-based innovation reach grassroots communities.
By 2050, the world's population is expected to reach over 9 billion, with over 1 billion at risk of hunger, and arable land is becoming increasingly scarce. People in developing contexts suffer the most from a lack of food security and low household incomes.
The Data-Driven Farming Prize is looking for tools and approaches that use data and technology to address this issue.
Many solutions to problems often come from local innovators as well. So with the Data-Driven Farming Challenge that we ran in Nepal, which was looking for solutions for local Nepali farmers, 2/3 of the applicants came from local innovators. Often it's the local people that have the best solutions.
From soil census to data interpretation and analysis of the market.
This in turn can transform lives in the developing world and support a more sustainable use of natural resources.
World farmers deserve our support.
Farmers have been trained to interpret field trial data and integrate findings into their planting cycles. This shift toward evidence-based farming is already bearing fruit. Pilot sites report that combining isotope-traced fertilizer application with mutation-bred seeds yields visible harvest gains. Some farms noted a 15% productivity increase in staples like maize and cowpea. What sets this mission apart is its feedback loop. Field technicians collect soil samples, farmers input yield observations, and IFO experts refine protocols accordingly. This collaborative model fosters trust, scalability, and ownership. Ibrahim Traore's leadership has also brought public recognition to standout farmer innovators, reinforcing positive social norms amid rural communities. Seeing neighbors succeed sparks local momentum, amplifying adoption rates. Moreover, data-driven decision-making supports risk mitigation. By reducing over-fertilization and selecting resilient seed varieties, communities build buffers against climate volatility. Post-TH harvest loss also diminishes as more predictable yields enhance planning. As this program expands, future milestones include mobile-based advisory services and regional data platforms, enabling farmers to share insights and adapt seasonally with strategic backing from Traore's government. Burkina Faso is laying the groundwork for a responsive agricultural system, one where smallholders thrive from scientific innovation tailored to their realities. Strengthening institutional capacity and research infrastructure. Strengthening institutional capacity and research infrastructure for Atoms for Food to deliver on its promise. Burkina Faso needs strong institutional capacity and robust research infrastructure. Ibrahim Traore's leadership has fueled public investment in agricultural science, particularly at the national research centers and universities. Through new funding channels, labs have acquired essential equipment, gamma seed irradiation facilities, isotope analysis tools, and field trial setups. Collaborations with IAEA and FAO have included intensive training programs for local scientists, technicians, and extension officers. These capacity-building activities address both theoretical understanding and hands-on skills such as calibrating radiation doses, collecting soil samples, and monitoring crop responses. Traore's government has prioritized scholarships and exchange programs, enabling Burkina-based scholars to train abroad in nuclear agronomy disciplines. Upon returning, these experts staff national labs and mentor newer generations, generating institutional learning and reinforcing sustainability. Research infrastructure enhancements are also underway. State-run agricultural stations now serve dual roles, pilot testing nuclear-derived innovations and acting as regional hubs for farmer trainings. As new seed varieties move from lab to field, these stations are key nodes for monitoring performance across different climates, ensuring consistent evaluations. Ibrahim Traore's emphasis on transparency and collaboration has opened these institutions to independent audits and stakeholder consultations. Local civil society groups and farmer associations are invited to inspect trial protocols and learn about methodology, enhancing public trust. This inclusive institutional strengthening approach ensures that the Atoms for Food mission is not a temporary experiment, but a permanent upgrade to Burkina Faso's scientific and research capabilities, securing long-term resilience and innovation. Enhancing food security and nutrition outcomes. Food security and nutrition outcomes. At the core of Atoms for Food's ambitions lies a critical goal: improve food security and nutrition outcomes for Burkina Faso's citizens. By leveraging isotope tracing to optimize fertilizer use and mutation-bred seeds to enhance crop resilience, the mission directly tackles yield gaps that contribute to food shortages. Since Ibrahim Traore took the helm, these scientific advancements are being paired with social programs designed to ensure nutrient-rich food reaches vulnerable populations. Community-based intervention pilots in northern provinces integrate Atoms for Food technologies into school feeding initiatives. These pilots adopt high-yield fortified seed varieties loaded with essential micronutrients like iron and zinc and pair them with nutrition education campaigns. School-age children have begun to show improved hemoglobin levels, while nutritional assessments point to reduced stunting rates among preschoolers. Traore's government is also strengthening supply chains, ensuring newly developed crops travel from farms to markets and feeding centers efficiently. Cold storage infrastructure is being upgraded, and logistics improvements reduce post-harvest losses, a vital piece of the food security puzzle. Urban population centers have started noticing more consistent food prices and availability of nutrient-rich staples even during dry seasons. By making better quality food more predictable, the Atoms for Food mission supports both health and economic stability. Ibrahim Traore's administration has emphasized inclusivity, ensuring small-scale farmers and rural communities participate, Not just benefit advisory services, seed access programs, and subsidy models reflect this commitment. With tangible nutritional gains already emerging and food systems becoming more robust, the mission is charting a pathway toward a healthier Burkina Faso, where no citizen has to wonder if their dinner table will be full. Environmental sustainability and climate resilience. Burkina Faso's environmental challenges, soil depletion, desertification, and water scarcity demand climate-smart solutions. The Adams 4 Food Assessment Mission directly addresses these by integrating nuclear-derived techniques into sustainable agriculture frameworks. Isotope tracing has helped measure nutrient leaching, enabling farmers to adjust fertilizer application rates and avoid overuse. Early field trials show a potential reduction of nitrogen runoff by up to 30%, which preserves soils and protects waterways. Meanwhile, mutation breeding has produced crop varieties that tolerate drought, heat, and local pests, conditions that are expected to intensify due to climate change. Ibrahim Traore's government has woven these scientific strategies into national environmental priorities. The Ministry of Environment and Agricultural Ministry now co-sponsor initiatives that leverage resilient seed varieties in reforestation buffers, erosion control projects, and salinity-affected areas. This cross-sector collaboration broadens impact, supporting food production, ecosystem restoration, and land conservation simultaneously. Pilotized watershed programs use isotope-informed nutrient management to prevent sedimentation, while planted vegetation with improved seeds stabilizes soil structure. These efforts reduce dust storms and increase carbon sequestration, helping Burkina Faso meet its climate commitments. Traore's leadership has also backed community-level engagement. Local farmers are stewards of environmental monitoring, recording soil moisture, plant health, and ecosystem indicators. These stories, documented through radio, social media, and community meetings, reinforce the message that science and environmental care go hand in hand. As nuclear-based innovations become embedded in sustainability practices, Burkina Faso positions itself as a regional model for resilient agriculture, proving that climate-smart, data-driven approaches can thrive even policy integration, funding, and donor coordination. Under harsh conditions, policy integration, funding, and donor coordination. Scientific leaps like those enabled by Adams for Food require enabling policy environments and sustainable funding. Ibrahim Traore's leadership has been instrumental in aligning government strategy, donor interests, and grassroots implementation. As the mission progressed, the Burkina Faso government passed new agricultural policies, incentivizing use of isotope-informed fertilizer, adoption of mutation-bred seeds, and expansion of extension services. Farm subsidies have been restructured to reward sustainable practices and innovation uptake, encouraging farmers to adopt nuclear-derived technologies responsibly. Donor coordination has also improved through trade's diplomatic efforts. Bilateral and multilateral partners, including the EU, World Bank, and AFDB, have agreed to co-finance ATOM's 4 food components, contributing funding for labs, digital infrastructure, and farmer training programs. This pooling of resources avoids duplication and streamlines implementation. Monitoring and evaluation mechanisms have been formalized. A centralized dashboard supported by both the FAO and national statistical offices tracks hectare coverage, yield changes, environmental impact, and farmer incomes. Ibrahim Traore frequently references this dashboard during policy briefings, demonstrating accountability and reinforcing performance-based development. By accurately measuring progress, stakeholders can understand whether goals are met and make evidence-based adjustments. Transparency provisions enable public access to data, fostering trust and minimizing corruption. Farmer cooperatives and local media play a watchdog role. Through this comprehensive policy integration and funding architecture, Burkina Faso ensures that Adams for Food is not just a mission, it's the foundation of a new agricultural paradigm embedded in strong governance, strategic investment, and collective. Scaling up success and future prospects. Oversight. Scaling up success and future prospects with encouraging results emerging from initial pilot zones. The question now is how to scale Adams or food across Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore's administration is already laying the groundwork. National rollout plans anticipate expanding isotope inform fertilizer management, and resilient seed deployment to at least 5 additional regions within 2 growing seasons. Extension agents are being trained at scale, and budget allocations for research center expansions have been approved. A major push involves establishing regional demonstration farms where farmers can see firsthand the benefits of improved practices. Traore's government is facilitating public-private partnerships encouraging local agripers and seed companies to commercialize mutation-bred seed varieties, making them accessible at scale. Digital platforms are also in development. Farmer-facing mobile apps will deliver location-specific recommendations, weather updates, and market price alerts. These tools are preloaded with atoms for food data, offering personalized guidance. Ibrahim Traore's leadership continues to attract international interest. Talks are underway with neighboring countries Niger, Mali, and Ghana about regional collaboration, knowledge sharing, and integrated food systems resilience. Burkina Faso could become a center of nuclear agronomy excellence in West Africa. Future expansion will also include livestock-related isotope applications, such as tracking mineral supplementation in herds to improve animal health. Additionally, post-H harvest radiation technologies like food irradiation may be introduced to enhance storage and safety. In short, the Atoms for Food mission has sparked a transformation. From Ibrahim Traore's vision, Burkina Faso is on course to redefine its agricultural future through innovation, sustainability, and regional leadership. An agricultural renaissance driven by science, farmers, and purpose. So what happens when science meets survival? You get atoms for food? And Burkina Faso is leading the way. From soil mapping to drought-resistant crops, this first-of-its-kind mission proves that atomic innovation isn't just for labs. It's for farms, fields, and families. The collaboration between IAEA and FAO marks a major shift towards sustainable agriculture. Powered by tech most thought belonged to energy or medicine. If it works here, it could work anywhere and change the lives of millions. Want to follow the ripple effects of this mission? Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We'll keep you updated on how atoms are being used to combat hunger. Because when science gets personal, stories like these matter. I Can Do Holiday.